You know, Dr. Meredith Grey put her pager down just a little over 2 years ago after nearly 2 decades starring in Grey's Anatomy. Now, Ellen Pompeo is producing and starring in Hulu's Good American Family. It's an 8-episode psychological thriller loosely inspired by the strange and mysterious real-life story of a family in the Midwest that adopts a Ukrainian girl with dwarfism that made national headlines. The parents complained their adopted daughter was actually an adult who wanted to harm their family, and she claimed they abused and abandoned her. That's just an intriguing tease for Ellen Pompeo. Welcome to Nightline.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
The last time I saw you, we were walking on the set of Grey's. You were looking forward to the Calamity Jane of it all, this production company that gives you the ability to tell so many stories. What drew you to this project?
You know, this story permeated pop culture. People were fascinated and obsessed. And I met Imogen Faith Reed, who plays our Natalia, and I had a long Zoom with her, and I listened to her talk about her ideas and her vision for this show. And I thought, we all talk about inclusivity on television, how important it is to us.
Sure.
And this was a really good opportunity, I thought, to mix both things. Entertaining to watch, gripping, sort of edge of your seat kind of stuff, but then also to ask some really serious questions.
This is, as I mentioned, this bizarre story that really kept getting headlines, and people had different opinions. Do we believe the adoptive parents or the adopted daughter? Before we talk about it, let's take a peek at a clip from Good American Family.
What are you doing, Mommy?
I thought I heard you come in our room just now. Just want to check and make sure you're okay. Did you? Just come in our room?
I don't think so.
Nighttime isn't for wandering, sweet pea. It's for sleeping.
That's what I had been doing.
All right, there's a lot of tension in that scene. And throughout all 8 episodes, you've been quoted as saying that this was a really challenging role for you. And in many ways, it's not a particularly likable character, which kind of flies in the face of Meredith Grey's image, right? What made you want to lean into that?
Well, certainly I've been playing the same character for 20 years, so I really owe my fans something. They've been with me for so long, and they've been so loyal that I thought, well, if I'm going to step into another role, it better be something that they can really sink their teeth into. And just creatively, of course, I want to do something completely different than what I've been doing for so long.
You talked about your fans. They followed your twists and turns, your love life and your professional life on Grey's Anatomy for so many years. Let's take a look at one of the most unforgettable scenes of your unforgettable character.
I love you. In a really, really big, pretend to like your taste in music. Let you eat the last piece of cheesecake. Hold a radio over my head outside your window. Unfortunate way that makes me hate you. Love you. So pick me. Choose me. Love me.
America chose you for 19 years, right? They really did. How does that age in your mind when you see that clip?
When I read it on the page, I said, why would I ever beg a man for anything? And why do we want to portray this character as begging a man and potentially influence young women everywhere? We want to empower young women. We don't want to put them in that situation. But the brilliance of Shonda Rhimes is she knew that would hit. She knew what that would mean to women and how that would resonate. And of course, we did the scene, and it's been one of the most iconic scenes from the show.
Absolutely.
So that just shows me that I know nothing.
I think you know a lot, but perhaps it's not begging, it's asking for what you want, perhaps.
I would go as far as to say that's begging, just because the energy behind it was desperation.
You directed episodes on Grey's, you're behind the scenes with the production company. What are the hardest parts of being, you know, the big boss lady in a production company?
I don't think of myself as a big boss. I think everything I do, I have a team that we all work together and we're all in it together. I think I'm very lucky to have so much talent around me and so much help. And it's fun. It's fun to get to be creative and get to do new things. And really grateful that I'm in this position to get to do these things because of what Grey's has afforded me.
your Hulu special. It's an unsettling, eerie psychological thriller that's actually told through the parents and then the adopted girl's perspective. What do you think you want the audience to walk away with?
I think at best, I'd love it if everybody asks themselves what biases they have. Why do they look at someone and make snap judgments and think they know based on what someone looks like? We all watch things and have completely different opinions of what we might have just seen. Do we judge one another with kindness and empathy, or do we judge people in a mean, unkind way? And if people look at themselves after they watch this and wonder why they make the choices they make and maybe move forward with more empathy, then I think it was a good thing to make the show.
And you have always exuded empathy, Ellen. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me.
And you can stream the first 2 episodes of Good American Family on Hulu now, followed by weekly drops.